Kia ora, this is Kia ora Oz. Welcome to the channel. I'm Darren, and this is the continuation of a lap that my late wife Selena and I started in June of 2023. After her passing, I decided to continue the journey solo, safe in the knowledge that she will always be a part of my journey. Follow along and find out what it's like to travel this vast continent solo. Ka kite. Well, kia ora Oz, kia ora whānau. Welcome to the next video. So I'm starting my move south into southwest WA. So the loose plan is to head down the southwest coast. So Bunbury, Bussleton, probably Augusta, and then start across the bottom. So across to places like Esperance and Albany and Denmark and those sorts of places before I turn my attention to heading across back to the eastern states. So yeah, that's what this video is going to be about. Probably going to be part one of a two-part series on the southwest. We'll take you along. So I'm in a little low-cost camp just south of Bunbury here tonight and tomorrow night. Then I'll head into Bunbury itself proper, but it's just a conservation park off-grid. So yeah, a couple of days in the bush. Mosquito repellent on. This place is savage for mosquitoes. As soon as I got out of the car, I started getting attacked. So yeah, that'll be interesting. Also having problems with my door. So not sure what I'm going to do there. But there's a caravan parts place in town, so I might try that. Yesterday, like I said, I was heading into Bunbury, so I'm just short of Bunbury in a low-cost camp. The Belvedere campground, really nice little campground in the bush, close to the beach. So yesterday afternoon I went did a bit of fishing. Got a couple of small fish, but nothing big enough to eat. So yeah, it was steak last night. But yeah, nice little campground. It is a paid campground, and the sign at the front says that the rangers will come round each day and collect the cost, but no one's turned up. So essentially, my stay here this time is free. I tried to book it online, and you can't. So this campground, you've got to come in, grab a spot if they're free, and I guess time of year and time of the week, the whole place is empty except for me. There was only a couple of other campers here the last couple of nights, and I'm guessing that's why the rangers haven't bothered coming out. So yeah, essentially it's a free camp this time. So today is another travel day, although it's a bit of a stretch to call it a travel day given that I'm only going as far as Bunbury, which is 20 minutes away. So I took my time packing up this morning and leave here so that I get to the caravan park in Bunbury at the right time. So that's what's happening today. Like I said, did a bit of fishing yesterday. Yeah. So okay. I don't think I did a Sam's Fun Fact yesterday, so in case I didn't, I'll do two today. There you go. So in 1842, Bunbury was home to 16 buildings, including an inn. Thereafter, a growing port serviced the settlers and the subsequent local industries that developed. One of the major industries to open up to cement the importance of Bunbury as a port was the timber industry. Timber logs would be floated down the Collie River to be loaded aboard ships headed to the Northern Hemisphere or to South Africa, where hardwood timbers were used for railway sleepers. So a lot of railway sleepers came out of this area. Okay, Sam's second fun fact. I wear jandals all the time. Well, you call them thongs here, and Poms call them flip-flops. So I'm always wearing those. Very seldom nowadays that I put shoes on. The term flip-flop, used in American and British since the 1960s to describe inexpensive footwear consisting of a flat base, typically rubber, and a strap with 3 anchor points between the big and second toes. Flip-flop may be came about because of the sound made by the jandals when you're wearing them, obviously. The term thongs, which is used in Australia, refers to the fact that any small strip, normally leather, is termed a thong. So that's where thongs came from. And jandals, which us Kiwis call them, is actually an old trademark or an old brand name. So it's one of those products where the brand name became the colloquial name for the product. So jandals was a connection of Japanese sandals. Right, so that was shortened to jandals. So that's where the name jandals came from. Alright. So if I did give us Sam's fun fact yesterday morning, well that's a bonus one. Okay, so I'm going to start cleaning up, start packing up slowly and head into Bunbury. Morena. Second day in Bunbury proper. Yesterday I set up camp, went into town and did some grocery shopping, got a gas bottle filled, and then came back to the van and chilled out. And I had a walk around town. So Bunbury's known for a bit of a street art, so I had a bit of that, and went to the information centre and got my obligatory fridge magnet, and yeah, so then came back to the van and chilled out. Today I'm going to go and have a look at see if I can see dolphins in Coogeebeach Bay. Alright, so Coogeebeach Bay is just out the front here of the van park I'm in, and Sam's fun fact, Bunbury is actually famous for Coogeebeach Bay, which is the home of wild bottlenose dolphins who live in the bay all year round. There's an estimated 100 that come in throughout the year, visit, but there's about 30 or 40 of them that are considered residents of Coogeebeach Bay. There's a dolphin discovery centre down on the bay, so I'm going to have a look at that today and see what I can see. So yeah, that's what I get up to today. Apologise for all the sound issues that I had in the last video, but yeah, hopefully that's fixed now. Well, it is fixed now, so we should be better now. Okay, so I'm going to clean up and head out for the day. This is Coogeebeach Bay. Allegedly where all the dolphins hang out. Can't see any. Oh, fuck. Farmers market here in Bunbury. I went and just have a look, ended up bloody spending $80. Really nice, well set out. Luckily I've got limited space, otherwise I could have quite easily spent more than $80 in there, I can tell you. So if you're in Bunbury and you're getting ready to stock up, come and have a look at the farmers market for fresh food. Yeah, it'd be worth a visit. Oops, travel day today. Heading off to Bussleton. So yesterday I went in search of dolphins, didn't find any, sort of had a bit of a drive around the coastline and had a look in Bunbury, and yeah, that was about it. Then I came back to caravan and just planned some onward travel because school holidays are starting here next week. So I got online and booked some onward travel. So I'm booked now right up until the 8th of October, so I should be safe. And yeah, I'm booked all the way around to Esperance. So I'll be okay there. All right. So today heading to Bussleton, like I said. So Sam's fun fact. So WA was first settled with a military post in Albany, but unlike the rest of Australia, WA was not settled as a penal colony. All right, WA was settled as a free state, but then as it grew economically, they had a lot of trouble with having the right sort of skills in WA, especially the Perth area. So they decided then to request from Mother England that they start sending convicts to WA to help with building infrastructure, etc. So there you go. It was first a free state, and then became a penal colony as well. Okay, so I'm going to clean up, hook up, and make my way to Bussleton. I made it into Bussleton, just having a quick look around, get my bearings and all that sort of stuff. Camp set up with a tight squeeze to camp. I'll show you that when I get back. But not the best of weather today, quite overcast and a little bit cold. It's only 21. So anyway, see how we go. So this is the Bussleton Jetty complex that I'm at. Probably the most famous landmark for Bussleton. One of the largest jetties in WA. I'm not sure if it's the largest or... Anyway, we'll check that out for Sam's fun facts. Day 2 in Bussleton. So yesterday was basically getting the camp set up. It was a bit of a tight squeeze getting in here, but anyway, I'm here. Yeah, getting the camp set up, and then I just went in and had a bit of a ticky tour around town to get my bearings. Had a look at the Bussleton jetty, which I'll go down and walk the length today. I think I'm going to walk. They've got a train on there, but I haven't had a good walk for a while, so it's nearly a 4 kilometre round trip. So anyway, we'll go down and have a look at that. I've got to be back here by 1 o'clock because today's first Bledisloe No Cup day. So I'll either be in a good mood tomorrow or I'll be curled up in a ball on the bed. Okay, so yeah, that's what's happening today, and what happened yesterday. So Sam's fun fact: the Bussleton jetty is the longest timber piled jetty in the southern hemisphere. So it's pretty long. The construction commenced in 1864, and the first section was opened in 1865. It was extended numerous times until the 1960s. The jetty was so ultimately reaching the length of 1,841 metres, so 1.8 kilometres. The last commercial vessel called at the jetty in 1971, and the jetty was closed the following year. So then it passed into control of the Bussleton Shire. It was gradually restored and improved, The jetty has survived Cyclone Alby in 1978, several fires, and the threat of demolition to have become a major regional tourist attraction. So we're going to have a look at that today. Okay? Clean up and head out for the day, or half a day. Right, on the Bussleton Pier, walking up to the end, and I've also booked in to have a look at the underground aquarium thing. So train's not running at the moment. Oh yes it is, sorry, yes it is. But anyway, I decided to walk. I might get the train back, we'll see how we go. You can actually do a snorkel here about 200 metres from the end, I think it is. They've got, or a dive, they've got underwater sculptures. So I don't know, see what the weather does. I might have a crack at that later in the week or early next week. This is where you enter the water to do the sculpture dive, and you can fish here, and it looks like there's quite a bit of squid fishing activity happening around here. So I may decide to come and have a crack down here at some point. Water is nice and clear, really. Good visibility by the look at it. So that's it, 1,841 metres later, I'm at the end. And that's how they do that. So it was worth going down and having a look in the underwater observatory, one of only 6 in the world. I'm trying to work out where the others are. But Google's no help there, so I know where one is. We're down in Queenstown, on the pier in Queenstown. Another overcast day today, but I'm still going to get out and about. Did the walk along the Bussleton jetty yesterday, so 1.8 kilometres each way, and had a look at the underwater observatory, which is one of only 6 underwater observatories, or one of only 7 underwater observatories in the world, natural ones. I don't know where the other 6 are. Google couldn't help me with that, and yeah, so today I thought I'll take a run to Margaret River, which is only about half an hour south, and see what that has to offer. I'm not a huge wine drinker, so probably just have a look at the town and see what's about. Yeah, so that's what's on for today. Sam's fun facts. So this area is the general Bussleton area is the site of the Winnerup massacre. So in February of 1841, a massacre occurred of a number of Wardandi men and women and children, following the killing of George Lehman, a settler at Winnerup on the 21st of February 1841. And that was perpetrated by an Aboriginal man named Gaywell, or Gay, also known as Gay War, and he threw a spear at Lehman because of a perceived, well, depending on who you listen, who's telling the story, but essentially it was an argument of overpayment for work done between a couple of Aboriginals. He stepped in the middle, insulted the Indigenous, and yeah, ended up being killed. Anyway, Lehman's neighbours and a captain of the district and some of the settlers from Winnerup, Bussleton and Augusta joined in to commit one of the most bloodthirsty deeds ever committed by Englishmen in Australia. So there you go. A bonus fact: the last ship to visit the Bussleton ferry was the MV Kaitoa from New Zealand. There you go. That was the last commercial visit to the Bussleton jetty. About a half-hour drive from where I'm staying into the township of Margaret River. Of course, it comes through all the winery areas, and there's tons of them, but not sure. I'll head into them and do wine tasting, given that I'm driving. So yeah, we'll just have a look around the township, see what it's about. Well, sometimes you just got to put in a little bit of effort to get these sorts of results. How good is that? Just imagine if it was a bright sunny day, the colour of that water is just without the sun is awesome, but man, if it was a blue skies, it would be spectacular. So this is Coogeebeach. Low tide, so I'm not sure fishing would be the go, but I don't know, might flick a couple of lures and see what I get. This is Beach. Last day in Bussleton. I'm not sure what I'm going to do today, but yesterday I went had a look around the Margaret River region. I didn't go to any wineries because not my thing really, and I've been to wineries before, so but yeah, had a look around the region and down the coast. Did a bit of four-wheel driving, got out to a really isolated beach. It was really nice, so yeah. So today, not sure what I'm going to do today. I might go and see what the water's doing. Still a little bit overcast. The wind got right up yesterday, so typical west coast, you know, you get those winds coming in. So anyway, I'll head out and have a look, see what is about. Maybe take some bait with me, might throw a line in. And yeah, that's about it. Tomorrow I head out and head further south to a place called Augusta, which is pretty much at the bottom of Western Australia. So yeah, that's me for today. So Sam's fun fact. So Margaret River is, everyone's probably aware, is the geographic wine region in the southwest Australia zone, with nearly 55 square kilometres under vine and over 138 wineries. The region is made up predominantly of boutique size wine producers, although winery operations range from the smallest, crushing about 3.5 tonnes of grapes per year, to the largest, which is doing around 7,000 tonnes per year. The region produces just 3% of total Australian grape production, but commands over 20% of the Australian premium wine market. There you go, that's Margaret River. Okay, so I'm going to clean up and head out for the day. Oh, it's no good. The weather's turned to shit. Rain starting. It's cold. It's only about bloody 17 degrees. And yeah, I came down to the boat ramp thinking about I'll put the kayak in. The water was like glass about 20 minutes ago, but yeah, it's turned to shit now, so not sure what I'll do. I might just take a quick run into Bussleton and get some supplies and then she may be movie day today, unfortunately. It's also a public holiday here in WA. I'm not sure if it is back east, but it's King's birthday today here. Anyway, I will endeavour to persevere. So I've been passing this place each day and waiting until it was time for me to fill up. This is the cheapest diesel that I've seen since I hit the road. 155.7. And diesel in Bussleton is all pretty cheap. I've seen it down to 167 in most places. But this, oh my god, 155. I can't remember the last time I saw a diesel that cheap. Anyway, fill it to the top. Morena. So, travel day today. I'm leaving Bussleton and heading south again to a place called Augusta, which will probably be the furthest south you can go, or close to the furthest south you can go on the west coast. So yeah, I'm there for a couple of days before I start heading east. So yeah, so been on the west coast now for a while, and always in a southerly direction pretty much, or southwest, and yeah, I'll be turning my sights to heading west very shortly. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do today. Yesterday didn't do much at all. It was turned into a crappy day and started to rain, and yeah, so I sort of went for a quick drive, went to the supermarket, stocked up ready for my next few days, and then came back and watched a couple of movies basically. Alright, so yeah, Sam's fun fact, just a short one today. The singular for confetti is confetto, in case you didn't know. Alright, so I'm going to pack up, clean up and hook up and get on the way. So, all set up in Augusta. This is my camp. Right on the river, on the waterfront rather. Reminds me a little bit of Lake Conjola down here. It's not a bad little afternoon out here. Throwing a line in. Still a bit cold. Water's okay though. And keep getting little bloody bream. Really little. But old mate over here, he's hanging around for a feed. Cape Leeuwin lighthouse in the distance. On the 6th of September 1801, Captain Matthew Flinders, commander of HMS Investigator, sighted Cape Leeuwin and commenced the mapping of the Australian coast. This is the water wheel. So water is coming from a spring back there. It flows along this flume down to the end here. That wheel used to turn and pump water up to the lighthouse. It's all huckied over now. This is where the Indian Ocean and the Southern Ocean meet, apparently. Oh, so this is the most southwesterly point in Australia. On one side is the Indian Ocean and the other Great Southern Ocean. Coming up to the top of the lighthouse. Yesterday I rolled into Augusta, so I'm in Augusta, which is the most southwestern town in Australia, or WA at least. And yeah, so then I went out and had a look at Cape Leeuwin and the Cape Leeuwin lighthouse, did a tour inside the lighthouse and up to the top. I had a look around that area. Now that that was worthwhile. That was worth going to have a look at. So if you're in the Augusta area, go and have a look at that. Today the weather's playing ball a little bit, although the wind is up. I'm going to try and get out on the kayak. We'll see how windy it is out on the water. It's quite a sheltered bay where I am, so anyway, we'll see how it goes. And yeah, yesterday afternoon I came back here and I did a bit of fishing, caught 3 or 4 little brim and 1 little whiting, all too small to bring home, but yeah, it was still a bit of fun. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do today. Sam's fun fact: Cape Leeuwin is in Australia. The Cape is considered where the Indian Ocean meets the Southern Ocean. So I had a look at that yesterday. But most other nations and bodies consider the Southern Ocean exists only south of 60 degrees south. It's located on the headland of the Cape Leeuwin lighthouse, and the buildings were used by the lighthouse keepers. Cape Leeuwin is considered one of 3 great capes of the world. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to clean up and set up the kayak. Oh, out on the water, nice enough day. Still pretty chilly. Travel day today. I'm heading out of Augusta and starting to make my way east. So this is the start of, I guess, the push back east. So I'm heading from here to Denmark, about 3.5 hours away, 4 hours away. I'm there for quite a while, so yeah, I think I'm there for 4 or 5 nights actually. So Denmark, Albany, that area. So yeah, exciting. So we're going to end the video here. So part 2 of the Southwest will start after this video, obviously. So this is part 1, and so yeah, we'll end the video here. So if you haven't already done so, hit the subscribe button, give us a like, and yeah, any comments down below. So yeah, I'm going to clean up, hook up, and get on the road. But before I do, Sam's fun fact: on the 30th of July 1986, a pod of 114 false killer whales became stranded at Town Beach in Augusta. In a 3-day operation coordinated by the Department of Conservation and Land Management, volunteers from around Western Australia, including forestry workers, wildlife officers, surfers and townsfolk, carried 96 of the whales on trucks to more sheltered waters. The surviving whales then successfully guided out, or were then successfully guided out into the bay, flanked by a flotilla of boats, board riders and swimmers. There's actually a memorial to the rescue overlooking Town Beach. There you go. Alright, so yeah, I'm out of here. Like I said, end of the video. So we'll see you on the next one. Ka kite.